Next in my series of popular and rewatchable films from my DVD and Blu-ray collection is Death Wish 3, an action film released in 1985 and directed by Michael Winner. This would have to be my all-time favourite in the Death Wish franchise, followed closely by Death Wish 2. The premise follows the return of vigilante Paul Kersey, who returns to New York to visit an old army friend who lives in a rundown, crime-ridden neighbourhood. Instead, he finds him dying after being beaten to death in his apartment. Kersey discovers that some thugs belonging to a gang in the area were responsible for Charlie's murder, led by a psychopath called Fraker. The gang terrorizes the neighborhood through muggings, stabbings, theft, and rape, alongside the use of drugs. Kersey vows retribution not only for his friend, but for the other residents being targeted. If you're looking for a non-stop action movie with plenty of shooting and explosions, then you won't be disappointed. I love that Michael Winner took the first two films and increased the action tenfold to a much larger scale. With these kinds of films, you do have to suspend a certain amount of disbelief when a middle-aged man can take on people much younger than him, but you're not meant to think too deeply about the movie. You're just meant to enjoy the fun roller coaster ride it takes you on. One aspect of Death Wish 3 I liked was the traps Kersey sets up to keep the apartment safe he has moved into. One gang member cuts his foot on a block of wood with sharp nails sticking out of it. Another trap I loved was a plank of wood with a nail at the end of it, rigged up to the window. When the window is opened, it flies up and hits the intruder. We hear the cries of one thug who tries to open it, and then see he's left behind two of his front teeth. I also found some of the dialogue quite unforgettable and funny. In one scene, Paul Kersey says, "It's like killing roaches, you have to kill them all, otherwise what's the use?" I thought this quote summed up his perspective on crime perfectly. There's also the scene at the hospital involving Maria Rodriguez, one of the residents in the building that Paul Kersey is staying at. What I found funny was how the doctor tells her husband that she has expired. I just found that hilarious. It's like, who on earth says expired when referring to someone who has just died? I thought, she's not some piece of fruit or tin of beans that's past its use-by date. I also loved Kersey's remark when his car is being broken into. When some gang members ask him what his business is, he simply replies, "It's my car," before blowing both of them away.
Hey, what's the problem?
What?
With the car, what's the problem?
Just get out of my fucking face. Who are you?
We're stealing the fucking car. What's it to you?
It's my car.
Now you gonna die.
Another unforgettable feature of the franchise is Paul Kersey's luck with women. In the first one, his wife is murdered. In Death Wish 2, his girlfriend leaves him when she discovers he's the vigilante behind a string of killings. Then Catherine, a public defender Paul meets in this movie, has an awfully short romance when Fraker pushes the car she's in down the road where it hits another car and bursts into flames, killing her. Paul just can't catch a break and should come with a warning label to all women who interact with him. You risk your own life dating this man. I love the weapons Kersey amasses to take on Fraker and his gang, including a massive machine gun, a powerful magnum gun, and of all things, a rocket launcher. One long scene that had me enthralled was Kersey and Mr. Rodriguez teaming up and running through the streets, with Kersey blasting away gang members and bikers, while Rodriguez also chips in. I just love the whole neighborhood turning into a fucking war zone, with buildings being blown up, cars being set alight, shootouts between police and gang members, and police helicopters flying above. One thing I thought was a nice touch was that it wasn't 100% Kersey taking on the gang single-handedly. Mr. Rodriguez and other people in the neighborhood have had enough of the violence and intimidation and feel empowered to start fighting back, and they do. All in all, Death Wish 3 is a go-to action film for me that I can put on and get caught up in. Well, thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.